So what are major chords? What actually makes them major? Well, let's start by playing the G major scale, the root, the second, and the third. So when we get to the third, the distance between the root and the third is 2 whole steps. As you can see, 1 whole step, 2 whole steps, if you play it on the same string. So that is actually the note that makes this chord major. The distance between the root and the third being 2 whole steps makes this a major chord. Now if this was a minor chord, we would take the major third and we would lower it to a minor third. So it would look like this. You can hear the much different sound, the minor third. Now no one really plays their G minor like this in this format, but this is just to demonstrate that it's really only one note difference. People usually play their major and minor chords up here. Major, minor, major, minor. So you can see the difference is still only one note. The difference being it is either a whole step and a half away from the root or 2 whole steps away from the root, and that's the way major chords work. Major chords on the A string are the same. Major, minor. Major, minor. I don't think I actually played that right the first time, but you get the idea. Major, if you want to do the 1-finger version, minor. Still the difference is only one note. And it's either 2 whole steps away from the root or a step and a half away from the root. And that's how major chords work. So I hope that helps you understand what actually makes a chord major or minor. It is actually the distance of the third away from the root. And that's called an interval. And intervals are very important to understanding chords when you get further down the line, talking about your 9th chords and your 11 chords and your 13 chords and even your 7s and your major 7s. It's very important to understand what an interval is and how intervals work. It's all about the distance between the notes. It's how things actually relate to each other when you're talking major and minor chords and when you're out talking scales in general. So that's just a quick introduction to how chords work and major and minor thirds.